everybody, and welcome to a new episode of Those 80s Dolls. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about Hot Looks dolls. And what you see before me are several Played With Hot Looks dolls and several Mint in Box Hot Looks dolls. Now, these dolls were available in 1987 and 1988, and probably a few years after that as old stock was sold off. But the dolls are about 18 inches tall, and you can see this one here, this is actually my doll from when I was a little girl, so I still have her, and her name is Mimi, and that is the actual name from the company, is Mimi. And then over to her left, I have a Chelsea Mint in Box, and I also have a Chelsea laying here on the table that I got at a flea market or thrift store or something like that. And then I have a Elkie Mint in Box, and I'm pretty sure this girl here is also Elkie because she has the darker blonde hair and the same coloration as this Elkie. And then I have ZZ in the box. And I was able to, my friend Corey actually found these two for me at a flea market for an incredible price. And I picked up ZZ at a doll show for a pretty good price. And so these dolls are pretty easy to come by. You can find them at yard sales and flea markets very frequently. They're inexpensive. On eBay, they're inexpensive. Now, in the original line, there were 5 dolls, and that was Chelsea, Mimi, Elkie, ZZ, and there was a brunette girl with brown eyes called Stacy. Now, I am missing her. I haven't run across her yet for a great deal, so I haven't added her to the collection. But these dolls are soft-bodied, and they have a wire armature inside. So what happens is you can pose them. They're pretty posable, and they came with lots of different they didn't come with fashion packs, but you could add fashion packs to them. And you see I've got, this is not a fashion pack, but it's more like an accessory pack. It's a Go in Style action pack. And they had all kinds of cool accessories, very 80s style. I really love finding the stuff. And their clothes are really cool because you can redress other dolls in their clothes because of the sizing. So what I'm gonna do, because I'm not an in-box doll collector, is I'm going to unbox these dolls while you guys watch the original commercial for Hot Looks dolls.
Model is her dream, fashion is her scene. Oh, a hot look model, so trendy and tall. Oh, color, style, hair that's so wild. Hot looks, she knows that she's hot. Oh, fashion is her passion, she loves the mix and match 'em. You can just imagine how much fun it is to have a hot look and know what you got. Chelsea, Elkie, Stacy, Mimi, each sold separately.
Each sold separately? In case you were wondering, they don't all come together. But anyway, I hope you like that commercial. I love old commercials. So when I opened them, I discovered that they come with their own sort of Build-A-Stand. So you can see I put ZZ on her stand, and I put Chelsea on her stand as well. And I saved one of them to show you guys how the stand is built, because believe it or not, it took me a little bit to figure this out. It's got instructions, but they weren't like super easy to follow. So you bend up the bottom flap, and then you bend over the side flaps like this, and they have pegs that are flaps that go into the bottom. So you put the flaps in like so. It's hard to do upside down. So you put the peg or the flap in like that, and then you pull this part out, fold it under, and then you put that up through the back, and then you have a stand for your doll. The waist goes right into the cardboard part, which I didn't remember this part from a kid, but I was born in 82, so the dolls came out in 87. You know, I wasn't all that old. So then the dolls go right there, and the stand kind of holds them up. So that's kind of cool, like that they came with their own stand, but they're fashion models, so you want to show them off, you know, wearing their different fashions. And so now I'm going to read you the story of each doll. I'm going to start with ZZ. So ZZ over here, she's the creative one, and she's from Kenya, where she learned to love music and dance. ZZ says, "I love center stage." Now, one thing about the shoes when I open them is all the shoes are they've got that sticky feeling that plastic shoes get over time. So I don't know if I'll keep those. I'm sure I will keep them, but just to kind of point that out. All right, let's move on to Elkie here in the middle. Elkie is the athletic one. She's from Sweden where the winters are icy cold. She's always loved aerobics and snow skiing. Elkie says, exercise is my life. Not me, Elkie, sorry. That's how she stays in shape for modeling. So I don't know today how that would even go over as like a kid's toy, but yeah, so there she is. All right, next let's do Mimi, because Mimi is my girl from when I was growing up, and I wonder if I even knew this story or if I just picked her because I liked her. But Mimi's the romantic one. She's from France, and she loves wearing lace and reading books about castles and princes. Mimi loves modeling because of the terrific clothes she gets to wear. Mimi, you sound so vapid, honey. I'm sorry. And then last, let's do Chelsea, which I love Chelsea's super 80s crimped hair. It's like so cute to me. I just really love it. Okay, so Chelsea's the adventurous one. She's from England, and she lives for adventure and excitement. A jungle safari one day, mountain climbing the next. She loves modeling because she gets to travel for each assignment. That's what I would like if I were a model too. And Stacy, who I don't have, but I'll tell you her story. She's from the US, and she loves getting together with friends and going to parties. She says, I just want to have fun. So I'm missing Stacy from my collection, but she's the party girl. So another thing about these dolls that I discovered as I was opening them, the ones in the boxes, they have a string across the back holding their earrings on. Now, that string, I removed it from ZZ, and as soon as I removed it from her, her earrings started falling off like crazy. So I decided to leave the string, so you see the plastic earrings just pop right off. So that's how the earring's constructed. I could probably heat this with a hairdryer and like make it a little tighter on her ear, which I'll probably do just so I don't lose them. But if you're gonna open one from the box, which they're really readily available on eBay in the box, I would kind of just leave that string on there. Now you can see this girl that I got secondhand, she has actually big fabric earrings. And so those, she could either be a different version or those potentially came in one of the fashion packs. So you could change the earrings out and have different styles and stuff. Another cool thing about these dolls is their underwear. So I left her kind of a little bit naked so you could see that. They have, all of them have different color, they're different color satin bras and panties kind of sewn into the doll. So they're even cute naked. Like they're really, really cute dolls. Now you do have to be careful with them. I played with mine a lot, and so what you'll see is that the wire inside actually popped out. So my girl, her wire popped, and I've seen many of them secondhand where that wire is protruding from the foot. So you do have to be careful with them if you're gonna get them. Of course, if you're an adult collector like I am, you're not gonna be as rough on them. So I think that would be fine. And then I would just, you know, if you're gonna go for these dolls, which I say do, because not only are they beautiful dolls, if you look at the faces are absolutely gorgeous. They have beautiful, beautiful faces. And then these soft bodies are a lot of fun, and they're flexible and you can move them. You know, they're not super duper posable, but they're pretty posable considering, you know, what type of doll they are. I would just go for one that, you know, that are complete, because getting the shoes and the outfit and everything is not difficult to do secondhand with these girls. So I think they're super gorgeous, and you can see I can't resist them. If I come across one secondhand, so I always buy them because I think they're so pretty. And everyone usually has a different outfit because there were so many fashion packs available. I know I had a different fashion pack for Mimi. It's around here somewhere. But there were so many different fashion packs available that you can find all sorts of different fashions on these girls when you do find them secondhand. So I always grab them when I see them. These are the perfect dolls for collecting because you can find them inexpensively. You can find pretty much everything. There is a great website online. It's a Weebly site, and I'll leave a link to it below, Hot Looks Dolls, where this collector has put together an entire site with all of the pictures from the Mattel catalogs and all the different variations, because there were fabric variations and there were some prototype dolls and things like that. And so you can see all of the different stuff on that website. And like I said, I'll link that below. It's a great resource if you're looking into these dolls. But I just think they're perfect, and I think they're a perfect snapshot of fashion from the 80s. And so if you're into fashion, which I'm not really into fashion, but being a child of the 80s, there's this nostalgia about it that's just so rich and cool for me. And so I love having these dolls because to me they're visually just so attractive and so nostalgic for me. So I say go for it. You know, just search Hot Looks by Mattel and you will find all sorts of cool stuff. And pay attention when you're out. If you go thrifting or you go to yard sales, pay attention because these girls are everywhere. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them for me in a comment below. As always, thank you guys very much for watching. And if anybody has a Stacy doll they want to send me, I will send you my address and you can send her so I can round out the bunch here. But anyway, if you're not a subscriber and you like my content, I would really appreciate it if you'd give me a subscribe. I'm hoping to hit 3,000 subscribers by the end of 2019, and we're almost to December, so I may or may not make it, but I would love to hit that goal. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. That really helps the channel out. So thanks again, everybody, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.